What's going on, guys? Today this video is just going to be talking about the Spotify Disco Ball app icon. So if you haven't seen, for Spotify's 20-year anniversary of being a company, they changed their app logo to be a disco ball, and I'll put that up on screen right here if you haven't seen it. This sparked controversy in culture. Some people argued that this disco ball was terrible and that you could barely even see the icon anymore and it looked bad, and they just wanted the old logo back, right? This video that I'm making right now is the argument for it. It's away from the norm, it's unusual, and some people liked it, some people hated it. But what you can't say about it is that it wasn't experimental, and then it wasn't unique, and then it wasn't new, and then it wasn't a step away from this general corporate anxiety that just floats around in culture nowadays. The Spotify disco ball goes against everything, every trend that we've been seeing in the last 20 years with businesses. So to kind of talk about some examples that I think demonstrate this point, one of them is going to be the Cracker Barrel logo. So Cracker Barrel kind of did the opposite. They had a very unique logo that wasn't similar to anything else on the market. And then they launched this very bland logo where it was just like a shape and I think their name in it. I didn't really look at it before hitting record, but I do remember the controversy where they went from this tasteful logo, this very unique thing, into the most bland corporate slop, boring logo of all time. And I'm pretty sure they had to switch it back because the hate was so bad. And I think that theme is just going all over the place in culture nowadays, and it's terrible. Anyways, the next example that I want to talk about that might show you this kind of idea that I'm thinking of is how all McDonald's nowadays are bland. They're built to be bought and sold and repurposed if need be. So they can't change the real architecture of the building. They just keep it this gray, monotone, boxy thing. I think this is a business move just in case they want to sell it down the road. It can turn into another business and has higher resale value, rather than keeping the McDonald's taste and vision of the arches and the design and the architecture, and keeping this a solid thing, which is important to solidifying a culture and not having it just be this tasteless slop. And I think getting back around to the main point of the Spotify logo, people hated it, but in reality, it's a breath of fresh air for me. We don't see this. We don't see apps going away from their tried and true logos or tried and true anything. What we see nowadays is A/B testing of what is going to increase engagement by 0.1%. Is this brightness, this going to catch the eye more, whatnot? The thing about the disco ball is that it didn't catch the eye. It was a dark logo. It took a while to get used to. It flashed at everyone just out of the blue. I think this is why it caused so much split in the culture. It's really important to recognize when something is a tasteful experiment and maybe it's not optimized perfectly for what you're used to, but it is important for companies and for people to stray away from the norm and take risks and do things that aren't so optimized and so anxiety hungry. They may have lost users that month that they implemented the Spotify disco ball because it's not catching their eye. Less people are clicking on it, less people are using it. But does that really matter? Is everything just going to boil down to money, or are we actually going to build a brand around creativity and around experimentation, about new and freshness, and about curating a culture? That's really all I wanted to get on here and talk about. So, see ya.